On the airside, and this is when you've left the terminal building and you've gone onto the aircraft, you are on the airside itself. That's the definition. When you leave the building, you're on the aircraft. Or if you leave the building, you're walking out to the aircraft, depending on what flight you're on, then you're in the airside itself. Within the airside now, we have commonly known as the aircraft stands. So the aircraft areas for aircraft to park. We've got the taxiway system, which is just a system of spacing of concrete, if you like, that's getting aircraft from the terminal building to the runways itself. On the way to the runways, then there needs to be some form of directional signage. So the signage that's telling the pilots what taxiway they're on, what way where they're heading, what is the next taxiway they're going to come up to, and so forth. So it's directional signage itself. And as you get closer to the runways, then clearly direction signage starts to change in color. And primarily that is, as you're nearing the runway, there is danger, isn't there? There's danger. We don't want people going onto the runway without proper direction. So we get to the runways themselves, and then clearly that's under the control of air traffic control. And from there, the aircraft will depart or land, whatever the situation is, under the control of air traffic control. To help them to land or even to depart, then we have navigational systems. So the navigational systems will provide them with their instrument landing system, and it will also provide them with their glide slope. We have other navigational aids, which is VASIs, which are slope indicators which tell pilots that they're on the right degree heading when coming into land, so that they'll land at the aiming point on the runway itself. So there's navigational systems surrounding that. In amongst all of this, we have the airport's responsibility of making sure that that area is safe in which to operate. And a lot of airports will have what's known as the Airside Operations Safety Unit. AOSO is just the abbreviation that's used. And they'll be out there, men and women in their vehicles, checking, looking for issues, safety issues. This is all safety driven to make sure that the taxiway systems, the apron stands, the runways are clear of any FOD. FOD stands for fallen object debris. Basically what it is things which may have drifted onto the operating areas themselves, could be ingested into engines. So those are aspects that the safety unit are looking at. They're looking at the condition of the surface. They're reporting any problems with the condition, as well as paint markings and so forth. So they're looking after the whole area itself. And then sitting there waiting, but a requirement in terms of being able to operate the airport, are our rescue, fire and fighting services, the RFFS, which is our emergency response services. And they are there as part of the requirement for aircraft to be able to land and to take off. There must be an emergency service available.